This weekend, I think it was yesterday, Sunday late, I had an email saying that we had another positive case that's already been reported to the public. He's a male in his 40s, and he and his spouse traveled to New York. They did not voluntarily self-quarantine, even though they were symptomatic of COVID-19. Their symptoms were mild. They included a dry cough, no fever, and I can't determine if he had shortness of breath or not. I think that he did, but some reports say he did not. They continued to go about their daily life. Even after he was tested, he did not, what we would consider, adequately quarantine himself. This kind of behavior is irresponsible. This is the kind of behavior that causes problems for people. This is the kind of behavior that makes other people sick. He and his spouse are now being monitored 24/7 by appropriate law enforcement authorities, and we're in the process of following the appropriate court process to secure ankle monitors for this couple. I'm not going to play around with this. I know there are some citizens who don't feel like we do enough, and some citizens say we do too much, but I'll tell you this much. If you test positive for COVID-19 and you're walking around the public, you're going to regret that you did that. While the 14 days have passed since the symptom onset, and so the places that they visited, the transmission risk is negligible at this point in time. We won't be releasing the venues they've been in because of that reason. It's too much time has passed. But we will be contacting our appropriate tracing notifications and making contact with any citizens that we feel may be exposed and making sure they're properly notified, and they can make sure that they take the necessary steps to see the medical provider if they need to. And we just also want to follow up to make sure we know how far this thing goes. People need to take this seriously. Again, I will not hesitate to fine people, place them in forced quarantine, or use ankle monitors to protect the public health. Ladies and gentlemen, Abilene is a community that cares greatly for one another in our day-to-day lives. I've never been a part of a community that's been so incredibly generous. Let's not forget that sometimes self-sacrifice and self-denial are the biggest gifts we can give somebody, especially in a situation like this. I have no other comments, Mayor.